Hello, very good morning to you all, my dear students. So, I hope you all have enjoyed and completed all the work in the 1 week's break. So, let's move on to our next topic, that is 1.4. It's a poem. The poem is On the World's Stage. This poem is written by William Shakespeare. Have you all seen William Shakespeare? Oh, I'll show you. This is Mr. William Shakespeare. Now, William Shakespeare was an English poet, playwright, and an actor, widely regarded as greatest writer in the English language and the world's prominent dramatist. He is often called England's national poet and the Bard of Avon. This poem is taken from his play As You Like It. Here, he compares the world to a stage where the drama of a human life is enacted. Okay, now this is the information about William Shakespeare, who was a great poet and playwright. Okay, now let's move on to the poem. The poem is All the World's a Stage. Let us read the poem once. All the world's a stage, and all the men and women merely players. They have their exits and their entrances, and one man in his time plays many parts. His acts being 7 ages, at first the infant, mewling and puking in the nurse's arms, then the whining schoolboy with his satchel, and shining morning face creeping like snail, unwillingly to school, and then the lover, sighing like furnace with a woeful ballad, maid to his mistress, eyebrow, then a soldier, full of strange oaths and bearded like the pard, jealous in honor, sudden and quick in quarrel, seeking the bubble reputation, even in the cannon's mouth, and then the justice, in fair round belly with a good coupon lined, with eyes severe and beard of formal cut, full of wise saws and modern instances, and so he plays his part. The sixth age shifts into the lean and slippered pantaloon, with spectacles on nose and pouch on side. His youthful horse well saved a world too wide for his shrunk sank and his big manly voice. Turning again toward childish treble, pipes and whistles in his sound. Last scene of all that ends this strange, eventful history in second childishness and mere oblivion. Sans teeth, sans eyes, sans taste, sans everything by William Shakespeare. Okay, I have read this poem for you. Now, when I give you all the warming up exercises, I will also give you the meanings of the different words, which are some of the words which you are listening for the first time. Now, let us go towards the stages. Okay, now this is the stage number 1. What the exact poet wants to tell us. Let us see the stage number 1. The first stage in his phase of his life, man appears as a child in the world. As a child, he is a helpless creature. He cries in the arms of his nurse for one reason or the other. He cries and vomits. Okay. So this is the stage 1 when we are just an infant, when we are just born. Next, in the poem 7 Ages of Man, Shakespeare compares the entire world to the theatrical stage where all the human beings perform their allotted role given by the god. Every individual has to go through 7 acts that are 7 stages of man's life. So this is the stages of everyone's life where there are basic 7 stages where Shakespeare is comparing the life of a human being with a stage or a theater where a play is going on. Okay. Next, we move on to stage 2 and 3. The next phase of his life, man appears as a child in the world. He goes to school with a bag hanging from his shoulder. He goes to the school creeping like a snail. He marches to the school unwillingly. That is, that when you start going to school, you don't want to go to school, you go very slowly, you cry, you crib. In the third stage of his life, a man plays the part of a lover. He grows into a young man who is full of desires, ambitions, and dreams. He becomes a romantic young man. He falls in love and sighs like a furnace. He begins to write sad poems to his beloved. He cannot control his sad feelings. Now, here in the third stage, the poet wants to tell us that a man grows up into a young man where he falls into love, where he has lots of dreams, he has ambitions. But sometimes all his ambitions, his love, his romance goes fail, and then he gets to start writing sad poetries wherein he cannot control his sad emotions. Next, stage 4. In the fourth stage of his life, man becomes a foul-mouthed soldier who has learned pure words at his stage. He tries to give himself formidable look with a beard like a part. He is emotional and jealous. He quarrels with others for his honor and grace. He hankers after temporary and bubble fame. In the fourth stage here, man becomes very, very strong and very rough. He is not bothered about anything, but he is taking care of himself. He is jealous about the things. He fights for his own respect. Stage 6. Then in the sixth stage of his life, a man grows old. He looks quite ridiculous in his movements. He wears glasses because his eyesight is weak. His shoes become wide for his feet. His voice suffers a change. It becomes a shrill and queering whistle. This is the old age wherein we are in the stage 6. Okay, I missed the fifth stage. Okay, so let's take back the fifth stage. In the fifth stage of his life, he becomes a judge. He becomes mature and experienced in his thoughts. The heat of youth has completely cooled down and he becomes very realistic. He wishes to grab wealth by foul or fair means. He begins to accept bribe and thus adds much to his material comforts. He becomes ease-loving and therefore becomes fat. His belly becomes round. He eats healthy fowls and chicken presented to him as a bribe. His eyes become severe and he grows the beard of formal cut. Now in the fifth stage, the poet wants to tell us that a man becomes selfish and starts thinking for himself. He wants to earn a lot of money, maybe by good means or bad means. He is ready to take bribe, and whatever he is taking it up, it is accumulating in his belly in the form of the things which he is eating, which he is getting in the form of bribe. Okay, so stage 6, let's just have a look at the stage 6 which I told you all. And now in the sixth stage, a man becomes very old. Man's eyesight is weak, legs become weak, and he is towards the end of his life. Let's move on to the last stage, that is the seventh stage. Shakespeare has described each of the man's life stage with great economy of words. He uses living and concrete images to describe the different stages of life. The use of the word mewling, of the infant's cry, and the schoolboy's reluctance for going to school, described in the face, creeping like a snail, are examples of living images. However, in the final stage, the man turns into a child once again. He seems to forget everything. He becomes toothless. His eyesight is weakened and he is deprived of taste. He is ready to leave this world. Shakespeare has the 7 stages of man's life with a touch of satire and cynicism. In each stage, man imagines himself great and important, but there is something ridiculous in his behavior all through his life. This is what the 7 stages of the poem is. Let us just conclude. Shakespeare want to render a message through his poem. The 7 ages of man, that men and women are merely players in the drama of life. They are termed as merely players because no one lives forever, but plays his or her part and departs. At birth, they enter a stage and during death, they leave it. Man passes through 7 phases of life in an accordance with their age. So, this is what a short summary by telling you all the 7 stages of this particular poem. Let's see these 7 stages in the form of this diagram. Okay, can you see it? The childhood, infant, then you are young, then you are an adult, you are growing towards the different stages of life. Let's see this. 7 stages. First, an infant crying. Second, a complaining schoolboy. Third, a lover, a bearded soldier, a wise justice, an old man, and last one is the second, childhood. Okay? Now, I hope you all have understood this poem very well. Okay? Now, after this poem ends, I will send you all the worksheets wherein you will have the warming up exercise. I will give you the warming up exercise. Most of the things actually you can write down. So, warming up exercise this time you all will do it. I will give you all the questions, which is a very easy part of it. Then later we will move on to the English workshop. Okay? Now, I will again summarize the poem for you all in the next week, wherein in very short. And my dear student, we will start towards writing the appreciation of the poem, wherein we haven't started doing that. I will give you the guidelines how to write an appreciation of poem. We will start with this poetry. So, till then, whatever work I am going to give in to you in writing, please note down that work and appreciation of poem. Complete the work. Okay, my dear students. So, till then, stay home, stay safe, take care of yourself. Okay.